Dear Starseed from Gaia, I am Ayla, emissary of the Arcturian High Council, and I come to you today with an urgent and highly specific transmission from the Stellar Heart Healers. You did not stumble upon this frequency by accident. The divine orchestration of the cosmos has guided your spirit to this exact moment, to this exact sound, because your soul has been crying out in the dark. You have been carrying a heavy, silent burden, wondering if the purity of your heart was somehow a mistake, wondering if the love you poured into someone who could not hold it was wasted. I am here to tell you, with the full authority of the Galactic Federation, that the scales of cosmic justice are balancing at this very second. By the end of this transmission, you will understand the profound energetic shift happening behind the scenes of your reality. You will understand the invisible weight currently crushing the spirit of the one who chose to hurt you. But here is the first and most crucial revelation. He cannot sleep. The person who walked away from your light, the one who took your sacred, unconditional love for granted, is currently experiencing a profound spiritual restlessness that no earthly distraction can cure. You must understand that as an Arcturian starseed, your energy is not of this heavy third-dimensional density. When you love, you do not love like the unawakened souls of Earth. You do not love with conditions, with manipulation, or with a guarded heart. You love with the frequency of the new Earth. You offered this person a crystalline sanctuary, a vibration of healing and acceptance that they had never encountered in any of their past lifetimes. You gave them the rare waters of a spiritual oasis. And when they chose to betray that trust, when they chose to manipulate your emotions, lie, or walk away, they did not just break a human heart. They severed a divine cord, and in doing so, they triggered an immediate and overwhelming energetic backlash. Listen closely to this truth, because it is the medicine your wounded heart needs today. The universe is fiercely protective of its chosen ones. The high beings watch over the gentle hearts, the empaths, the starseeds who volunteered to incarnate on this difficult planet to raise its vibration. When someone deeply harms a soul as pure as yours, they absorb the karmic density of their actions instantly. Right now, in the quiet hours of the night, when the noise of his daily life fades away, the silence becomes deafening for him. He is wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, feeling an inexplicable anxiety, an unnameable void. He cannot sleep because his own higher self is holding him accountable for the sacred gift he discarded. If you feel this truth resonating in your bones, I need you to anchor this energy right now, like this transmission to affirm to the universe that you are reclaiming your power. Comment 888 below to declare that you are ready to witness the divine balancing of scales. This is not just a YouTube video. This is an active, energetic portal. When you engage, you are signing a spiritual contract, saying you are ready to release the pain and step into your sovereign power. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel, your safe haven, so you never miss the urgent guidance the Arcturians are trying to send you. We are building a collective of healed, powerful feminine starseeds, and your presence here is vital. Let us go deeper into the mechanics of what is happening to him. Most people assume that when someone walks away seemingly unbothered, that they are truly happy. The earthly illusion makes you believe that he is moving on, that he is thriving while you are left to pick up the broken pieces of your shattered trust. Your analytical mind, wounded and confused, replays the memories, whispering lies that perhaps you were not enough, that perhaps if you had been different, he would have stayed. But the Stellar Heart Healers want you to completely erase that false timeline from your mind. The truth is, he is carrying an energetic anchor that grows heavier with every passing day. You see, when a person interacts with a starseed, their own energetic frequency is temporarily elevated. By simply being in your presence, by receiving your love, he was vibrating at an artificially high level. He felt powerful, calm, and whole. But he mistakenly believed that this light belonged to him. He didn't realize he was merely reflecting your radiance. Now that he has separated himself from your aura through his own toxic choices, the withdrawal is severe. His spirit is crashing back down to its original, unhealed density. and the spiritual shock of this drop is what keeps him pacing the floors at night. He is experiencing what the Arcturians call the echo of the phantom light. He reaches out in the dark for the comfort he used to feel, but his hands grasp only the cold reality of his own unresolved trauma. He tries to fill the space you left with mundane distractions, perhaps with other people who operate on a much lower, superficial frequency. But these connections only make your absence more glaringly obvious. The new people he surrounds himself with cannot speak the language of the soul that you taught him. They cannot soothe the ancient wounds that you so gently kissed. Every shallow interaction he has now only serves as a painful reminder of the profound oceanic depth he abandoned. He cannot sleep because his spirit guides are forcing him to review the tape of his actions. In the dream state, where the human ego has no defenses, his soul is being shown the exact magnitude of the light he extinguished. He is being made to feel the exact echoes of the tears you cried. This is not a punishment born of vengeance. It is a cosmic correction. The universe does not allow the abuse of its purest lightworkers to go unchecked. The sleepless nights, the sudden waves of regret, the inexplicable tightness in his chest when he hears a song that reminds him of you. This is the energetic burden of hurting a chosen soul. It is the heavy price of spiritual ignorance. You must stop believing that you were the one who lost in this equation. You did not lose anything but an illusion. He lost a once-in-a-lifetime galactic intervention. You might be asking yourself right now, as you listen to this frequency, if he is suffering this profound energetic withdrawal. If he truly cannot sleep because of what he did to me, then why hasn't he returned? Why hasn't he broken the silence to apologize and beg for my forgiveness? This is where the 3D matrix creates its most convincing and painful illusions, and where you must absolutely elevate your perspective to the Arcturian vantage point. You are looking for a logical human response from a soul that is currently entirely consumed by the panic of its own spiritual starvation. When a man realizes he has shattered a divine vessel, when he realizes he has lost a chosen starseed who loved him with a purity he did not earn, his human ego goes into a state of absolute shock and denial. His soul is screaming at him in the dark, keeping him awake, showing him the magnitude of his mistake. But his earthly ego is frantically trying to maintain control. To come back to you now, to admit what he has done, would require a level of spiritual maturity and vulnerability that he simply does not possess yet. Instead, he runs. He hides behind the heavy, dense veils of pride. He distracts himself with meaningless tasks, superficial conversations, and hollow connections, desperately trying to drown out the loud, persistent voice of his own karmic debt. But you and I both know the truth, dear sister of light. You cannot outrun karma, and you certainly cannot outrun the energetic consequence of harming an earth angel. Every time he closes his eyes, his higher self forces him to remember the safety he felt in your presence. He remembers the way your energy used to calm his turbulent mind. For a brief, stolen moment in time, you were his spiritual battery. You were the energetic shield that protected him from his own darkness. Without your light actively cleansing his aura, all of his unhealed wounds, his insecurities, and his deep-seated fears are rushing back to the surface, hitting him with double the intensity. The protective bubble you placed around him has burst. He is completely exposed to the elements of his own chaotic choices, and it is terrifying him. This is the exact moment where you must make a crucial shift. You have spent enough nights crying over a man who was only capable of taking. Your tears are sacred. They are liquid light, and the universe has collected every single one of them. But now, it is time to stop bleeding your precious energy into the past. To truly detach from this lower frequency, to stop feeding him your light across the quantum field, and to ascend to your rightful throne as a sovereign feminine starseed, you must consciously activate the ancient codes within your own heart center. You must close the energetic leaks. The High Council has mandated that I share a specific, powerful tool with you for this exact stage of your awakening. If you are serious about calling back your power and becoming energetically untouchable, I urge you to immerse yourself in the heart activation, a rare treasure of stellar wisdom capable of transforming your spiritual journey. This sacred text holds the precise frequency codes required to sever the toxic cords he attached to you, healing your heart at a multidimensional level so you can magnetize the divine love you actually deserve. This edition is a profound galactic intervention, and it is available only for a limited time as this specific energetic window remains open. The link is waiting for you in the pinned comment below. Do not ignore the call of your own soul to heal. You owe it to the universe to protect your light. As you reclaim your energy through this activation, something fascinating begins to happen in his reality. The more you heal, the less he sleeps. The more you pull your energy back into your own sovereign field, the colder his reality becomes. This is the law of energetic entanglement. Right now, he is secretly comparing every single person he meets to you. He looks into the eyes of others and searches desperately for the cosmic depth he only ever found in yours. But he will never find it. He will only find shallow waters, and the stark contrast will haunt him. He is realizing that what you offered was not just a relationship, it was a sanctuary. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for his soul to evolve, and he squandered it because he was too afraid of the very light that was trying to save him. The universe does not punish, but it meticulously balances the scales. The profound emptiness he feels right now, the sudden bouts of anxiety, the physical restlessness, the inability to find peace in things that used to make him happy. This is the universe balancing the scales for you. This is the heavy, undeniable burden of hurting a chosen soul. He thought he was walking away from a normal woman. He had no idea he was turning his back on a cosmic emissary. He had no idea that by rejecting your love, he was rejecting his own spiritual elevation. And now, the realization is slowly, painfully bleeding into his conscious mind. He is grieving the loss of you, even if his pride will never allow him to say the words out loud. He is mourning the future he secretly knew you could have built together. The spiritual price of his betrayal is a haunting insomnia, a profound spiritual thirst that cannot be quenched by anyone else but the starseed he foolishly discarded. Your only job now is to witness this divine correction from a place of supreme detachment. You are not required to save him from the consequences of his own actions. Your era of being the sacrificial lamb is over. You are entering the era of the empowered, magnetic, untouchable Arcturian feminine. This final phase of the transmission is entirely about you. We must now pivot your focus completely away from his karma, his sleepless nights, and his spiritual turmoil, and anchor it squarely onto your glorious, inevitable ascension. The Arcturian High Council watches with immense pride as you finally drop the heavy, earthly illusion that you needed his validation to complete your journey. The profound truth that is now illuminating your consciousness is that he was never your final destination. He was merely a catalyst. He was a difficult, painful lesson designed to push you into your ultimate awakening. His inability to sleep, his haunting regrets, and his karmic debt, these are his crosses to bear in this lifetime. They are no longer your concern. You have officially graduated from the Academy of Painful, One-Sided Love, and you are stepping into the breathtaking sanctuary of divine self-reverence. For lifetimes, female starseeds have been conditioned by the dense 3D matrix to believe that their worth is intrinsically tied to their ability to save, heal, and endlessly tolerate the unhealed masculine. You were taught by society to be the infinite well of forgiveness. You were programmed to believe that if you just loved him a little harder, sacrificed a little longer, and waited with a little more patience, he would finally see your immense value and miraculously transform into the partner you deserved. But the new Earth frequency operates on a completely different, elevated paradigm. In this higher timeline, you do not prove your worth by bleeding for someone who refuses to heal himself. You demonstrate your supreme divine value by walking away from anything that disrupts your sacred peace. When you finally realize that his rejection or abandonment was actually your profound cosmic protection, the heavy, invisible chains will fall off your spirit. He didn't walk away because you weren't enough. He walked away because your brilliant light was exposing every single shadow he was desperately trying to hide from himself. He couldn't sustain the high-frequency environment your soul naturally creates. By removing himself from your life, the universe gracefully and forcefully cleared the path for you to step into your true sovereign power, free from the dead weight of his unhealed ego, dragging you back down into the mud. Imagine the sheer magnitude of energy you are about to reclaim right now. Think of the countless hours you spent overthinking his cold actions, the nights you spent crying over his deafening silence, the months or even years you dedicated to trying to fix a connection that was fundamentally misaligned with your stellar destiny. Now, envision all of that potent, golden, life force energy rushing back across the quantum field, returning straight into your own heart center. As you aggressively call your power back, your physical body begins to heal. Your intuition, once clouded by anxiety and the gaslighting of the 3D world, becomes razor sharp again. The magnetic pull of your aura expands exponentially, attracting new opportunities, effortless abundance, and eventually, a soul connection that vibrates at your exact frequency, a divine counterpart who does not require you to diminish yourself in order to be loved. Before we conclude, let me address the lingering human doubt that might still try to whisper in your ear when this video ends. The earthly ego will try to trick you into checking on him, looking at his social media, or agonizing over whether he has found someone else to replace you. Hear me clearly, and let this truth sink into your very bones. There is no replacement for an Arcturian starseed. None. Anyone he chooses to entertain next is merely a distraction, a low-frequency band-aid frantically applied to a gaping spiritual wound. When he looks at her, he will subconsciously search for your cosmic depth, your spiritual maturity, and the unconditional safety only you provided. And when he realizes it isn't there, his insomnia will only deepen. The universe will not let him rest until he fully comprehends the magnitude of the grace he threw away. But you must not concern yourself with his realization anymore. Your only assignment on Earth right now is radical, unapologetic self-love. Pamper your physical vessel, nourish your spirit. Immerse yourself in the sacred teachings that elevate your soul. You are returning to your true essence, shedding the false, heavy skins of rejection, abandonment, and unworthiness. You are a breathtaking manifestation of the cosmos, experiencing human life to bring light to the darkest corners of this planet. Never forget who you are. Never let a temporary, unawakened visitor in your life make you doubt your eternal, galactic significance. You are the sacred chalice, and from this day forward, only those who approach you with absolute reverence, purity of intention, and a fully healed heart will be allowed to drink from your waters. If you feel this profound activation settling into your soul, if you feel the chains of the past finally shattering into a million pieces, do not let this moment pass without anchoring the energy into the physical realm. This is your cosmic graduation. Drop the phrase, "I am the light," in the comments below to permanently seal this frequency into your reality. By declaring this publicly, you are sending a massive shockwave across the quantum field, notifying the universe that you are absolutely ready for your highest timeline. Read the comments of the powerful starseeds gathering here today. Respond to a sister who needs to feel seen and validated. This is not just a YouTube channel. This is a movement. This is a safe haven. It is a galactic reunion of the strongest, purest feminine souls on Earth. We are rising together, and we are leaving the heavy density of toxic relationships behind forever. If this transmission gave you the exact closure your soul was starving for, honor this sacred energy exchange by subscribing to the channel and liking this video. Every interaction helps the universe push this vital message to another broken-hearted starseed who is crying in her room right now, thinking she is alone and unloved. You are helping to save her just by being part of this community. Remember, dear one, he cannot sleep because the universe is forcing him to remember what he lost. But you will sleep peacefully tonight, wrapped securely in the loving, protective embrace of your Arcturian guides. You are safe. You are chosen. You are immensely, unconditionally loved. Until the next transmission, keep your frequency high and your heart fiercely protected.